Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your certified Scentsy consultant. So today I have for you a video on what I'm going to call my family room friendly scents. So these are scents that I think would be pleasant for most people that would go into a medium to large space. I'm not necessarily saying that they would work in a very high ceiling open concept, but they should work in a big space, and some of them definitely will work in that open concept with the high ceilings. And I just have a nice little pile here of fall and winter bars that are specifically from the catalog or are specifically available right now. So let's get started. And is this not the cutest? Hey there, pumpkin. So the first one that I wanted to talk about is an all seasons really good solid bar, and that is Blue Grotto. This is one that you could melt pretty much any time of the year, and it's nice and refreshing. It's definitely got citrus, it has botanicals, it has a lushness to it that's very tropical. It's a happy bar. Honestly, I could even melt this today with my pumpkin decor and not feel too odd about it because it's just a classic. Next after that, I have White Amber and Teak, which is a good, strong medium. I really love this. It has grown on me and grown on me. I did this in my bedroom the other day, and that was really nice, but it was a good strength in there. So I think if you wanted sort of a subtle scent in a family room, especially if you had more like a den style, this would be amazing. So it has the White Amber, it's got the teak wood, it's got this really nice masculine cologne, but I don't know, it's just pitch perfect for me. Great bar, you have to try it. If you like Mystery Man or you like any of the other cologne scents, please pick up White Amber and Teak. Next is the one that I've been talking about this season, and that is your Orchard Apple and Spice. It's the perfect medium to medium strong, just happy scent. I could do Saturday morning cartoons with this in the family room. You could do movie night with this. You could do a craft in a big open space where you had your island that flowed into the kitchen. Wonderful. And this one is apple, cherry, and wood, and it's just happy. Next is the quintessential September scent, Caramel Apple Craze. Caramel and apple and vanilla. How could it be bad? And it's really good and strong. So this one really saturates your space, and it is a very good performer. I think you'll be very happy with this. After that is Bright Cider Life, which I have absolutely been loving this season. Came out a couple of harvest collections ago, and I liked it the first year, but it keeps growing on me more. So this is apple cider, it's got pumpkin, it's got subtle spice, it is very, very nice. It's a consistent performer, and it makes your home just smell welcoming. And like you just snuck in a trip to the apple orchard and you still smell like it. Next is the classic Scentsy scent for fall, and that is Cider Mill. Now, Cider Mill is slightly on the medium side compared to some of these other bars, but it has a good lingering quality to it. So if you aren't smelling it in the first hour or two, throw in a couple extra cubes, and then all of a sudden you will get that Cider Mill atmosphere, and you will just be like, that is the best bar ever. They need to make this one in a brick. So this is also apple, pumpkin, and gentle simmering spices, but it is smoother than Bright Cider Life, and it is just, if I had to pick one bar for fall, this would definitely be it. Next is the only licensed bar I'm going to recommend, and you keep seeing this in all my videos, but Jack's Obsession. I avoided it for so long because it was licensed. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's so good. I just talked about Bright Cider Life, I just talked about Cider Mill, and now I'm talking about this. Are they all similar because they're all apple cider scents? Yes. But are they all different enough you have to have them all? Absolutely. You gotta have all the things. So this is more like a nice, clear, crisp apple, almost like a honey crisp, with a tiny bit of spice, and it is just amazing, and I love the color. And it's got good medium throw. Pumpkin chai. Now we're kind of moving more into your pumpkins and spices. Pumpkin chai is definitely room filling. It's a nice, heavy, medium pumpkin with spices and milk. The first hour or so, it needs to kind of sort out its notes, and then it's just on, and it stays on all day, and it is phenomenal. So that is your beautiful pumpkin chai, which was also a Harvest Trio bar a couple years ago, and I'm so glad it's in the catalog. Then we have Scary Good. Talk about a strong, assertive, perfect October bar. If you like decor, please check out my 3 fall mantles. I believe that I recommended Scary Good to go with the October mantle, which is all blacks and oranges, and it turned out really, really well. You know, anytime that you mess around with decor, which is totally my other hobby besides Scentsy, you wonder how it's going to turn out, and I was personally really happy with that one. So it's a cool video to check out. Anyway, Scary Good is like pumpkin pie filling and toasted or smoked butterscotch. It's amazing. It's a room filler. It is a great performer. Then we have the wonderfully slightly smoky Autumn Hearth. And this one to me is the epitome of like a family room scent, because it's warm and happy. So it's apple and tonka bean, and it isn't as smoldery as Spiced Amber Glow, which, by the way, I have not talked about at all yet this year, because I tried it last year and I didn't love it. But I do have another bar coming. I'm going to give that one another try. But Autumn Hearth is the cinnamon, almost a smoky hearth scent, although that's not really in the description, but it's very warm apple and spice in such a nice way. And if you don't care for the first hour or two, that mellows out, and then the rest of the day is just like apple cinnamon perfection. It's beautiful. So that's Autumn Hearth. Next, we have Cedar Cider. This is a good, strong, solid performing bar. This has the cedar. It's got the apple. It has some vanilla bean. This is deeper. This is a little later fall than most of what I've shown you so far. Gorgeous bar. I cannot say enough good about this. Really, really a good classic. Next, we have the elegant Cashmere and Corduroy. And if you're not really a spicy pumpkin apple person, this might be your bar. It still totally smells like fall. It has Sicilian bergamot. It has cashmere, cashmere sandalwood. Now we're starting to get fancy, and my daughter's putting notes down, and I have to make sure that I'm trying to match them correctly. It's so good. This bar performs. This bar is like 2 or 3 days. This bar goes and goes and goes. You've got to get some. All right, next is one that so far it hasn't lasted a super long time, but it is on when it's on, and that is your falling apples. Oh, is this good? So this is like your late October woodsy apple with acorn. It's got some lavender, it's got depth, it's got those really late season juicy apples in it. Very, very good. And I'm out of the bar, but I definitely want to put in a plug for blackberry spice. If you haven't tried that yet and you like a lot of these other like the woody type bars, you've got to have that one too. Okay, now I'm moving into like Thanksgiving into Christmas. So Sips of Cider is definitely room filling. Some people are loving it, some people aren't. This one has blood orange and a bunch of other citrus. Then it's got cranberry, it has apple juice, it has ginger, it has cinnamon, it's got cardamom. It's all of the types of smells that usually kind of get left out in a fall bar. It's like the B team, but it's amazing. All of these together, I am loving this, especially I'm thinking Thanksgiving bridging into late Christmas time or after Halloween into Thanksgiving. I think it's going to be amazing. Okay, then I have a really good, like if I could give an award for most likable bar, I think very Merry Cranberry. It's a wonderful, consistent medium throw. It's sweet tart cranberries, cedar. It's elegant in its simplicity. It doesn't have a boatload of notes. It is a good, good bar. All right, then we have like the bar for Christmas that everyone seems to love. And no, I did not put my beloved Cozy Fireside in here just because it's not available quite yet. I'm sure I'll be talking about it all the time when we get the availability for that later in the season. But the one that everybody loves that stays in the catalog is Christmas Cottage. And this is Valencia orange. This is raspberry. This is cinnamon and clove. This is a really unique scent profile with the raspberry and the orange for Christmas. It's kind of old-fashioned, and I'm so glad they still have it. It's lovely. So Christmas Cottage is definitely what you want to put on when you're going to want to watch like White Christmas or any of those wonderful classics. You want to go, see Rudolph. My personal favorite, I love the Berenstain Bears Christmas because I'm an 80s kid, and Papa Q Bear, he's like my husband and my dad smushed together. We all laugh so hard when we watch that. So anyway, Christmas Cottage would be the movie to put in the movie. The bar to put in with the movie when we watch that every year. Okay, next is Be Merry. This is a little newer, not as old as Christmas Cottage, but it started out as a scent of the month and it was so good. This is like vintage Christmas. So this, they say hollyberry, cassis, and pine boughs. I get a lot of depth. I get very Victorian, like those old beautiful Santas with all the velvet and the trimmings on, you know, the cute little decor statues. Oh, this bar. It's so good. Like, you would think grandma's house would smell like Be Merry. It's amazing. I think if I could only recommend one bar to like give away as a gift, it would either be Christmas Cottage or this for Christmas. Phenomenal. Okay, another one which is surprisingly good to fill a room is Arctic Kiss. And this is really the only fresh one that I put in here. I could recommend Silver Bells. I could recommend so many, but we're going to talk about them over and over again. So Arctic Kiss is really solid. So it's got melon, it's got mint, it's got like fluffy vanilla clouds. It's amazing. It's really good. And honestly, you could melt this as soon as it gets cold all the way through till March. It's not exactly season specific. It's a good bar. And then last but not least, there are lots of different pine, balsam, fir scents, but I think the one that's the most family friendly that everyone should like is very Snowy Spruce. So this has amber, it's got pine cones, it's got the fir, it's got the spruce. It is sweet and warm for an evergreen scent. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and this one makes you feel like you need to go start your gas log or lay a real beautiful fire in your hearth and then maybe sit down and read. This is a great smell. So those are all of what I would consider to be really fantastic family room and large space friendly and just good team players, and hopefully everyone will enjoy them, scents from our current catalog or that are currently available. Now, the Jack's Obsession was available in August, will be available again starting October 1st. For the next couple weeks it's not, but it will be. So if you haven't tried that bar, it's amazing. You really should. So our actual holiday collection will launch October 1st. I will be getting out a video on that. I'm waiting for the brochures, and if they don't come, I will print it all out on my computer, and we will talk about that a few days before October 1st shows up. The Harvest collection is current. I am still waiting for my collection to show up so I can give you guys the haul. And that's what's going on in Scentsy land right now. I hope that these were helpful, and you have an amazing, blessed day. Bye-bye.